Welcome, friends. Welcome to another pizza of the week. And this week, I'm going to make something that is, I guess, a pesto Popeye. It's a pesto base with spinach. Now, I've got the pizza dough, and just like every week, you just make an indentation around the edge to sort of delineate where the crust is. And then you go down through the middle. Just dimple it with the tips of your fingers and press it down, and then pick it up. And then just sort of pass it between your hands and it will stretch itself. So onto the peel, just kind of stretch it a little bit on the peel to make it look almost round or as close to round as you can get. Now, pesto. Just spread an even layer of pesto onto the pizza. Of course, if you really like pesto, maybe put on a little bit more. If you don't like pesto quite as much, put on a little bit less. Now, the recipe for the dough is, of course, in the description box, and I'll link to another video there. Now, fresh mozzarella, just break it up. Okay, last little bit of mozzarella. Now I'm going to put provolone on, and just a few strips of provolone, drape that across the top. And next is spinach. Now, a little bit of controversy around spinach. Do you put it on now? Do you put it on after? Or do you put it on 2/3 of the way through cooking? I'm going to put it on now, because I kind of like the way it wilts in the heat and melts into the cheese. So a little bit of spinach on top, probably putting on too much. Squirt of olive oil, and out to the oven. And into the oven.
Pizza.
Pesto Popeye.
You make it sound like it almost might be good for us.
It almost might be good for us, except for all the cheese.
I was going to say, you probably put a lot of cheese on it.
I think I could hear you in my ear as I made this. That's too much pesto.
That's too much pesto?
And I think that's too much pesto.
So
but
your policy of what you should have and a little bit more
And a little
may
bit more.
not have worked out with pesto?
In this instance, it should have been what I thought and a little bit less.
Versus the Julie's always just a little too, not quite enough.
Okay, so it is, it's pesto base, 2 kinds of cheese,
Clearly some
spinach, and a little bit of olive oil. Now the olive oil is probably overkill because there's quite a bit of olive oil in the pesto.
We're
Still.
experimenting. Let's see how it works.
Let's give it a try.
Pretty hot and pretty drippy.
Mm-hmm. What if you like pesto?
Mm-hmm. There's all those flavors I like.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not a huge pesto fan,
I think this needs
and
a
I
fold.
would never, in a restaurant, order a pizza that has pesto on it.
I would.
Julie would,
I absolutely would.
but every once in a while, I think, yeah, maybe this would be a good pizza to have.
I think a little less pesto.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not the oil. Or maybe a combination of the two. Other than it being a bit drippy, it's pretty tasty though. I do like pesto. So.
I like what the provolone brings. I like the provolone when it melts. It has a more texture to it.
Yeah, it's not a stretchy, gooey cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that.
You know some more?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So enjoy. Thanks for stopping by.
See you again soon.